Hiya, Danielle here. Just thought I'd do a quick little live thing today. I am in the middle of making two chocolate cakes, which are both 12-inch pans. So I've done one cake already, and I just thought I'd take an opportunity just to show you how I make up the batter for our chocolate cakes. So as you can see here, I've already made one part of our chocolate cake, just to show you how it looks once it's all done. So I'm just going to put this to one side. So then what I do is I take my I use a push pan because I find them easier. So here, this is my actual pan. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to parchment paper the bottom of this. I know some people cut and then fold it and then cut it and make a cartouche. I think that's what it's called. But every time I do it, it never works. So all I'm doing is I've just got a pencil and I'm just drawing around the tin. I'm just gonna take my scissors and cut. And like I said, this is just everyday parchment paper. You can buy it in all the local shops. And I'm going to then take my bottom, just to make sure it's clean again, push it in to make sure that it's all level, to make sure it's all down, just give it a good push. I'm then going to cut my circle out, and I'm just going to fold. It don't have to be an exact fold, don't even have to be in the middle, it's just to stop the parchment paper from literally bending up all the time. So I'm going to take this and then I'm just going to cut around here. Like I said, you can make a cartouche, or I believe that's what it's called, but I just find this easier.
Hello to the one live user we've got at the moment, or live viewer.
This is going to take not too much time, but it will take a bit of time. That's my husband. He does all the videos and the editing on my videos. So you sometimes you do hear his voice. Okay, and like I said, it doesn't have to be neat. It's literally just to stop the cake from sticking. And then I've got a small little bit of parchment paper that I had from one of the other cakes. I've got some butter for cakes. I'm just going to take a little bit, spread it around in my tin, and this will just help the parchment paper stick. And you don't have to be like me, I'm a little bit hefty handed. So take it around the sides, and again this will help it from sticking. And I'm also cack-handed, so I can't actually show you and do it. And because I'm right-handed, I find it hard to do anything in my left hand. But as you can see, it doesn't have to be perfect as long as it's coated. So I'll get rid of this. And that. And just give my hands a quick wipe because I've got butter on them. We take a piece of paper, parchment paper, and we literally just lay it in the middle. That's all we do. It's literally as easy as that. So for now I'm going to put that to one side. I'm going to get my bowl to make up our chocolate cake. So in here we're doing, like I said, it's a 12-inch pan, or I think that's 30 centimetres. What we're going to do is do the ingredients now. So in here I've already pre-weighed them. I have 437 grams of butter. And I'm gonna lightly blend. If you whisk too hard your butter, when you come to put in your eggs, you will curdle your batter. So nice and slow and an easy setting. I know that we've all not got a lot of time, but trust me, you don't want it curdled. I've done it many a time and I've had to start again. The same with caster sugar. That's 437 grams. And I've just got to get my eggs. I've left them over the other side of my kitchen. So now we come on to our eggs. I always use free range eggs. I do personally have chickens in the back, which I tend to use for my eggs. But the fox got in and got our chickens last time. So we've got a new lot and they're not actually laying yet. They're a little bit too young. So if I do buy eggs, I always buy fresh free range eggs. So we're going to use 7 eggs in this recipe. And what I do is I always use a bowl and put my egg shells in, so that if I've got so many eggs, I can always count how many eggs I've used. And you don't have to be fancy, you don't have to be able to crack your eggs with one hand. And the kids love doing this as well. So if you get the kids to help you, my son loves making cupcakes and cakes, and sometimes he does help. He's also got a little video on here as well somewhere. Again in with the eggs. And like I said, we're using 7 free range eggs. It doesn't matter if you use cheap cage eggs. My preference is just to use free range. Any eggs will do. And for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to speed it up a little bit. It doesn't matter, it'll all get mixed in anyway. And there is our 7 eggs. And now I've got my flour and chocolate powder.
Cocoa powder, yeah?
Yeah, cocoa powder.
Yep.
Don't use drinking chocolate. Use one that is, you can buy them that are for baking and drinking. But please make sure that it's for baking as well as drinking. If you use normal drinking powder, it doesn't taste nice. I've tried it. So I'm just going to tip this in there. Again, what I did was I put 473 grams
437, isn't it?
Flour, and then I took my tablespoon and took some of the flour back out. For every equivalent of flour, spoonful of flour I took out, I put cocoa powder in. So that's how I make my chocolate cakes. And then I know this is I'm gonna hand just combines it all in, and then I'm gonna use my whisk. I know people say fold in the flour and then don't whisk, but I use the whisk, and everybody says that my cakes are really light and fluffy, so I just, like I said, I'm passing on my tips to you. So that's what I do. So it does take a little time, and then I'm going to beat it, but you can see how it's starting to combine. Doesn't look very attractive, but it gets there. Okay, so that's nearly all combined now. I'm going to take my spatula and I'm just going to, and the smell, it smells really nice. So I'm just going to put them there, and I'm going to get my, and I am going to go full built now with this. It just helps everything combine, in case you haven't experienced it. I'm going to take my beaters out, give them a tap, you can see why, sponge. It's lovely and glossy. Get our 12-inch pan, and I am literally just going to tip it all in. Get my scraper. And all I'm doing is I'm just going to go around, I don't know, like I said, I'm a bit cat-handed because I'm right-handed and I hold it with my left. But I'm just going to go around and scrape all the bits out, because we don't want anything left in the bowl, although my son loves licking the bowls and he moans at me if I scrape it too much. But these are just for two, like I said, in the processes of making 2 chocolate cakes this week. One is going to be a chocolate pepper pig cake, and the other one is for a friend of ours and their son is getting engaged. So one will be a nice simple engagement cake. I'm literally just now getting the batter. You can, I'll show you 2 ways actually. You can shake it like this and it will get it spreading and a nice even coat, or you can get the back of your spoon and you can just run it along to get the separations as well. So I'm just going to give it a little shake, and then what I do is I give it a quick tap. Gets rid of all the air bubbles, so you don't have any air bubbles in your cake. Right, I'm going to put this in the oven now, and I put it in the oven for 45 minutes on gas mark, well, I don't know, gas mark, we actually don't have a gas, we have electric.
It's 175 degrees centigrade anyway.
175 degrees centigrade. I will find what the gas mark is, and I'll put it in a comment somewhere on this video somewhere later on. So yeah, we're going to go and put this in the oven now for 45 minutes, and I'll show it to you when it's all done. Okay, thank you for watching.